We often imagine life in utero as a deeply peaceful, dormant void, a dark and silent space where a fetus floats passively while waiting to be born. The biological reality is a highly active chamber built from dense layers of pale pink muscle and golden fat. Inside this pulsing, deep red sphere, it is neither dark nor silent. By week 16, the growing fetus is already processing a chaotic, high-stakes symphony of sensory data. To understand neurogenesis, we have to map how this physical space systematically filters the outside world and translates it into microscopic data for the developing brain. The womb functions as a chaotic biological crucible, actively hardwiring the fetal brain before it ever takes its first breath of air. The amniotic fluid is the most intimate environmental layer surrounding the fetus. This cloudy, amber-tinted liquid swirls aggressively, functioning as a changing chemical medium. When the mother eats, her digestion breaks down the meal and allows microscopic molecules of spices like garlic and cumin to diffuse straight across the placental barrier. The fetus continuously gulps up to a liter of this warm liquid every single day, pulling these chemical signatures over thousands of newly formed gustatory receptors on its tongue. If the fluid is saturated with sweet glucose, the fetus accelerates its swallowing rhythm in a frantic, repetitive gulping motion. But when it encounters bitter alkaloids from raw vegetables, the fetus reacts physically. It thrusts its jaw closed and grimaces, pushing the fluid away. This aquatic tasting menu hardwires the brain's olfactory bulb and gustatory cortex, training the brain to react to the external environment long before birth. Expanding the radius to the uterine walls, a massive low-frequency thud shakes the entire amniotic sac. This is the constant rhythm of the maternal heartbeat. At week 24, the cochlea, a tiny, fluid-filled spiral bone, hardens, transforming mechanical vibrations into electric biosignals. This internal acoustic chamber is deafening. Blood rushing through the neon blue umbilical cord flushes the surrounding tissue at a constant 90 decibels. Through this heavy aquatic distortion, the mother's voice reaches the fetus as a booming, low-pitched vibration that conducts directly through the fetal skull bones. The developing auditory cortex maps these specific frequencies, allowing the brain to recognize and distinguish the mother's voice from the surrounding biological roar. At the outer boundary, the environment shifts when external elements breach the skin, like a beam of harsh summer sunlight striking the mother's abdomen. That sunlight filters through the layers of dermis, muscle, and the amniotic sac, bathing the fetus in a vibrant, glowing crimson light. This triggers a biological reflex. Fetal eyelids, fused shut for months, suddenly tear open, and millions of photoreceptors in the retina flare to life. The fetus now tracks its environment visually. If a heavy shadow passes over the mother's stomach, the fetus will physically turn its head to follow the darkness across the uterine wall. Because light and shadow can penetrate the biological fortress, the womb serves as an interactive testing ground for the brain's sensory architecture. A single fetus develops by carefully absorbing flavor, sound, and light within this isolated red bubble. But the uterus is a space with strict physical limits. There is only a finite amount of room for growth and a fixed supply of oxygenated blood. The biology becomes chaotic when a single fertilized egg splits, or when two distinct zygotes embed in the uterine lining at the same time. Two developing brains are suddenly forced to compete for the same physical territory and life-giving blood within a space meant for one. To see the exact microscopic collision that dictates whether these two developing humans will share a single amniotic sac or build two separate, competing fortresses, click the video on your screen right now.